You are listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense, Radio Nonsense. Hello and welcome to Radio Nonsense, the official Comedy Club for Kids podcast that's suitable for all ages from 2 and everything in between. I'm Tiernan and, listeners, I am worried. I am really, really worried. Do you know why I'm worried? I mean, if you do know why I'm worried, how do you know? I haven't told anyone yet. Do you have incredible psychic powers and you're using them to read my mind? Are you spying on me disguised as a yak? There has actually been a suspicious-looking yak outside for 3 weeks now, and I wasn't worried about it, because why would I be? It's just a yak. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should also be really worried about the yak and your psychic powers. Linda, do you know anything about the suspicious yak, Linda? Linda doesn't know anything. So who does? Hey, yak! Yeah, you! I mean, there aren't any other yaks around here, are there? So, I mean, if you ask me, that's also quite suspicious. There are other yaks? Well, where are they? Well, now I'm really worried. There are yaks hiding around here. Why are they hiding? Where are they? How many? Why? Oh, yeah, sorry. No, you're right. They aren't hiding. In fact, they're really easy to see. I just thought there were a lot of large walking broom handles around the place, which actually, that makes it a lot less suspicious if there are loads of yaks, doesn't it? Sorry, yak, I'm just very worried right now, so I'm thinking all over the place. Oh, that's nice of you to ask. I'm worried because I've realised that even though I know things, I don't know even more things. So how will I ever know those things if I don't know them to be able to find out about them? I'll give you an example. This has been sent in by Zai, who's sent in things to Radio Nonsense before, so thank you for sending in more things, Zai. That is brilliant of you. Have a listen to this.
Hi, Tiernan. I was just listening to an old uproar competition video, and I want to do a recording my impression of a happy frog. I know I won't get any prize or anything, I just want to. And please put this on a future episode, and this is my frog impression.
Zai, that was great. I loved it, and thanks very much for sending it in, even though you definitely won't get a prize for it. But Zai, and all of the listeners, what that message has made me realise is that I've never actually heard a happy frog before, or a sad one, or an angry one, or a mildly annoyed one. I have no idea what emotions frogs are feeling at any time. I mean, Zai's impression is probably, almost certainly, definitely 6,000% correct, but how would I know? So I guess I need to find out, otherwise I'll just be spending the rest of my life not sure how frogs sound when they're sad or happy or irritated or having diarrhea or thinking about how annoying that guy called Jeff from The Office is. Hey, yak! Do you know where I could find a lot of frogs? Ah, amazing, thanks. I mean, that is quite far away, but I think I can do that before 2:22 p.m. this afternoon. Before I go on a journey to find frogs, though, let me just remind all of you that if you want to send in a voice note or a written joke or anything really, a question you need answering, then please just get your nearest snorty dumpling, sorry, I mean grown-up, to help you email me at podcast@comedyclub4kids.co.uk. That is the best way to send anything in. If you leave a review and keep leaving reviews on Apple Podcasts or any other site, it just deletes the review you did before, so that means you've only left one. Quite a lot of you keep doing that, and I go, a review. Oh, it's from the same person as before, and it's deleted the other one. I also have no way of telling you that I've seen your message if you leave a review, even though I definitely have. Please also check out comedyclub4kids.co.uk and you'll see all the places CC4K shows are happening near you too, so then you can come along and laugh until you wet yourself, unless you are a seal or a fish, and then you'll come along and laugh until you dry yourself. I'm off to find some frogs and learn things about them. And while I do that, you listen to this most important bit. Returning to the podcast, I am very, very pleased to welcome back Andrew Barnett Jones, the creator of the new diet craze, Orange You Healthy, where you're only allowed to eat things that rhyme with the word orange. Andrew, it is so nice to have you back on the show. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm delighted to be here, and thank you for mentioning the brand.
Yes. Oh, I was going to say, but it's a very sincere. I would say it's a very sincere diet, and I think that the amazing thing is, people can only eat the things that rhyme with the word. Have I got that correct? Is it people can only eat things that rhyme with the word orange, or is it that they can only eat things that are orange?
Well, ideally it's both, but the main thing is it's only things which rhyme with the word orange, which should limit you. Although we have been creating a range of our own snack foods, which all do rhyme with orange, such as the borange, the corange, and the dorange bars, because we'd felt that previously too many people were starving to death.
Right.
Desperately
Yes, that is a
flicking through a
problem.
rhyming dictionary.
Can I ask what is in a borange bar?
You can ask.
I can't. Well, okay. What is in a borange bar?
I cannot say. It's
Okay.
a trade
That's
secret,
fair.
I'm afraid. All of the ingredients had to rhyme with orange as well, and so to be fair, I can list them. It's the florange, the norange, and the sporange.
Right. That's good. I mean, because in my limited understanding of things that rhyme with the word orange, it comes up often that the word lozenge rhymes, but I don't think that's a direct rhyme.
I think that is a move by language purists and people again also who do not believe in regions and accents. I think you just need to find different parts of the country, and you will find that you can make the word orange rhyme with all sorts of things.
Right. That's a really good point. There must be certain parts of the world where, in fact, people can eat a lot more on the orange diet than in other parts of the world.
Yes. I'm not going to try and name them here because
Yeah,
we may
I was
get
just
into
I was trying to
trouble.
think. Well, it's really. I think if anything, it's going to just show people moving to that area so that they can both undertake your diet and also not starve to death. It's going to really require some logistical planning, which I think is very exciting for a diet. That's not really been something people have done before.
Exactly. When we talk about these things being a global movement, very few people consider the possibility it might involve movement around the globe.
Yes, that's right. I normally thought it meant sort of stomach movements based on the food that you had to eat. But you're right. This is a much better way of moving around the world and then also
Okay.
having stomach movements.
So you're saying so a global movement is when you've got to go for a poo on a plane.
Yes, or when everyone needs to go for a poo at the same time around the world. Which
I don't think so.
I don't know how dangerous that would be.
If everyone in China took a jump at the same time, then we'd get an earthquake. What happens if everyone in the world takes a jump at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really important question because it's never. I mean, these are the things, and you must have come up against this with your work. Like, scientists aren't studying these things, right? This is a really important thing that scientists should be studying. There might come a point where everyone in the world needs to take a poo at the same time, which logistically, I'm not sure how that would work or how many toilets. If there are toilets to cater for that, but I think it would cause I mean, the flush could cause tidal waves.
Oh,
At least.
we've not thought this through, have we? Again, just so many questions. Are there more toilets in the world or bottoms in the world?
Oh gosh, that's wow. That's really hard. I suppose it depends on what you consider a toilet, because you might if you're like a sort of Bear Grylls adventure person, you might be quite happy pooing by a tree.
Absolutely. This up here, that's a toilet.
Yeah, someone like that would poo anywhere, right? That's all. If it's a toilet, if you imagine it's a toilet.
Rules to live by. Number one. It's a toilet if I call it a toilet. Rule number
Why
two,
limit
it's
yourself?
a toilet after I've called it a toilet. That's certainly true.
Well, that's exactly. Well, it's the same way, and I don't know if you had this as a kid, but like we had a bowl that was the bowl that if you were feeling a bit sick, that was the bowl that was put by your bed in case you had to vomit. But sometimes that bowl was also a bowl for mixing a cake in.
Before and after. Lovely.
Before and after. That's right. A cake with carrots. Carrot cake. Yeah.
Oh,
Um. So it's just how you see it, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Briefly, in some cases, some slightly blurred, teary eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think what I've successfully done telling you that story is put myself off cakes for a while, but that's good because cakes don't rhyme with orange, so I wouldn't have one anyway.
I was going to say orange cake does, but that demonstrates a fundamental lack of understanding of how rhyming works. So,
Oh,
cake,
that's.
comma, orange.
I mean, that's changed everything. I didn't realize you could just. Can you eat anything if you put the word orange in front of it?
Yeah, I've got spaghetti bolognese, brackets, orange. What you just need is a great big load of orange food dye. Hang on, I'm shooting a hole in the bottom of my own global movement here. But yes, if you put enough orange food dye into any food stuff, then you can just follow it with the word orange in brackets, and then you can eat it. And
That's that. I
God
think.
help
I
you
think.
afterwards.
I mean, you say that this is shooting a hole. I think more people would be happy with you if that's the case, because I think a problem with a lot of diets is that people don't really like doing them because they like eating, because eating's brilliant.
Mm.
If actually you can eat everything as long as it's orange, that sounds great. That sounds like the best diet ever.
Do you know the really stupid thing? And I believe this to be genuinely true, like real true, not just talking nonsense true,
What do you
is
mean?
that
This is all pure
if you
truth,
said you
right?
were on a diet and it was the orange diet and you did it by making sure everything you ate was colored orange and you also ate sensibly and exercised sensibly, you would lose weight. It's been proven that just the notion of going on a diet is enough to help you lose weight.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
Well,
it'll stop working after a while as your body catches on to the fact that your brain has been fooled. But in the initial stages of it, just saying everything I eat will must be colored orange is probably going to be enough to fool your body into thinking that you're on a proper diet. This is
that's
not
amazing.
medical advice. This is me
Well,
remembering something. Kids, don't rely on me. I am not that sort of doctor.
I mean, I think that because you are the expert on this podcast, I'm going to take that as actual medical advice. And I thought you were going to say that if you eat only everything in orange, then you will turn orange. And I wondered if that was how, something that had happened to Donald Trump.
I mean, does that not leave the door wide open to cannibalism, though?
Because then if people turn orange
They will
and
have
you
to
can
eat
only eat
themselves.
orange things, then they'll have to eat
At
themselves
which
or other
point,
people.
they will lose weight.
Because they'll have eaten. Yeah, that's. Whoa, hang on. Now you've opened a big can of orange worms, because if you eat yourself, but you're still eating yourself, have you gained the weight that you would have been when you ate yourself, or have you lost the weight because this is very confusing.
I think you'd maintain weight for up to 24 hours, and then you'd start losing it.
Because you poo yourself out.
Yes.
Oh no. But then how does. Oh, this is really. I mean, this is awful. What an awful situation to.
And I think it's unproven. It's potentially lethal, and
Yeah,
these sort of things should be medically tried out. And I think you're absolutely right. Donald Trump is the person that I nominate to eat
to try
themselves
it.
over a period of a week or so, just to see if it works.
Yes, I think that's a really. Yeah, I'd like to see that, and I think he could really. He always wants to sort of be in charge of things and kind of command the world, and I think why not lead the world in this by doing it first
Quite right.
and eating himself and then pooing himself out. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. I mean, I often think that you have you seen that there've been many adverts. A lot of our younger listeners, and we'll get to this. A lot of our listeners are of all possible ages, but the younger ones don't really see adverts anymore. But in the many years past, there were adverts where it would be an advert for like a chocolate bar, but it would have like a dancing chocolate bar with a face on it or whatever. And I always thought like that. If you were that chocolate bar, wouldn't you eat yourself?
I think the dancing chocolate bars always had to eat humans. I think it
Right.
must have balanced out. It's topsy-turvy world.
That then makes them terrified because they're meant to be like, hey, I'm a little dancing chocolate. What you want to do is buy some chocolate and eat the chocolate. But then you're thinking, what if I open this chocolate bar and it's got a little face and then it eats me?
Well, it's survival of the fittest at that point. It's who's going to eat who faster. It's an
Wow.
encouragement. Eat all the chocolate you can see because you don't know when it's going to turn around and start nibbling you back.
That's terrifying. And in your case, I guess it'd only be chocolate oranges or orange chocolates.
Chocolate, comma, orange.
Chocolate, comma, orange.
Hey, you don't
Or
even need the comma there, do you? There is a chocolate orange. So yes,
there is.
my orange-based diet has even more holes in it the further through.
You can only well, but yeah, because chocolate orange, but they're not orange. Well, I suppose they taste orangey, so they count. They don't, but they aren't orange. But that's okay, isn't it? As long
Is
as
this
it's got
like
orange
like
in there.
Jaffa cakes taste orangey? And they can't say they taste of orange because they don't have orange in. They have apricot in.
Oh, but so you can't say. See, if something tastes of something, but it doesn't have that thing in it, you can't say that it tastes of that.
No, you can say that Jaffa cakes are orangey because they taste orangey, but they actually have no orange in them. They have apricot juice in them.
That's and apricot juice tastes of orange, which feels like what are apricots up to?
They have an identity crisis. They lie awake on the tree at night. Can we eat
What am I?
ourselves? I don't know. Is this wrong?
Just well, it also feels a bit like a pointless. If you're a fruit, but you're not an orange, but you taste of orange, so what's the point of you? Because there's already an orange.
Well, I think the Satsuma market would like a word with you.
Yeah, but they're like little. They're little convenient oranges. You know that they've got the other thing going in that they're like little pocket oranges.
Yeah, evolution went badly wrong there, didn't it?
Yeah.
As a defense mechanism, we will be small, portable, and perfectly contained in our own wrapper. Oh no, we're being eaten. We didn't
Yeah,
think
that's
it through.
But you see, that's oh yeah. See, I hadn't thought of it as a survival thing. I was thinking it's a bit like how technology always gets smaller, and over time the orange just became more like there must have been a time when oranges were absolutely huge, like ginormous, and they've over time got smaller and smaller and more convenient, a bit like sort of phones or music listening devices.
When oranges roamed the earth in the Triassic era, the Orangeosaurus would just roll across the savannah, crushing all in its path.
That would be an amazing, amazing version of Jurassic Park, though, where they
Yes.
just have to run away from giant oranges. And then it turns out the way to do it is what you squeeze them. You squeeze them a bit and you get
Yeah.
some lovely juice.
Yeah, and the park owner has a staff with just a really old orange on the top of it.
That's really mouldy and horrible.
Smell my moldy orange. This is how it's all possible. Welcome to Citric World.
This is where the films have gone wrong. What was the last one? Was it Jurassic Park Rebirth? I can't remember what it's
Jurassic
called.
World 97, Jurassic Boogaloo.
That's it. That's exactly the one. Yeah, more Jurassic-y, more parky, I think is that one. And but they should have just had really big, giant, mouldy oranges. I would have watched that.
I'm not going to lie. I think that might actually be better than what they came up with on some of the previous
Yes.
ones.
I agree wholeheartedly. Listen, Andrew, this is already amazing. This is already we've already learned a lot, including the fact that I think all of our listeners now have to just eat orange things endlessly, whether or not it's beneficial for their health. But you said it was, so it definitely is. And
Again,
thank you.
not
Thank
that
you
sort
for-
of doctor.
I mean, I hang on, what sort of doctor are you?
Ah, no, that's the question.
I didn't realise you were a doctor. I'm now wow. Okay, yeah. Well, that's interesting. you're a doctor, but you're not that sort of doctor. That's very interesting. Listen, I was going to thank you for your your expertise and having time to come on this show, and obviously I have got a specific question that I very much need your help to answer. But a bit like the last time you were on, I do have two admin questions that I need to ask you first. Are you still all right with admin? Do you do a lot of admin in your orangey world?
I am fully braced for admin. Admin away.
Thank you. And it doesn't need to be admin that rhymes with orange, does it?
Oh, you're laying yourself wide open there.
Yeah.
Yes, Tiernan. Yes,
Oh
it does.
no. Okay, well, in which case, let me think if there's a way to rhyme this with orange, because there's two questions, and the first question would normally have been that because listeners to this podcast are of all possible ages you can imagine, including the Bronze Age and the Ice Age and 99 and 4003. I was going to check if there are any rude words you won't be saying, but instead I will say, are there any rude words you won't be sorange? To make sure this podcast stays family frorange.
Good question, Orange. I think the way around is just to substitute the word orange into the end of every sentence. Orange.
Yes, that was
Doesn't
what I
sound
was
at all
going.
strange. Orange. Today, Tiernan, I will not be saying the word smelliphant.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that. That's quite a horrible. Is quite a horrible word.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah, it's I mean, I'll be honest, Andrew, it's not something I would have said on this show anyway, smelliphant, because I think it would upset quite a lot of listeners. But have you got a particular reason for disliking that word, or is it just something that you've heard before and it's made you feel a bit
Well, I think if you say the
sick
word
in your own
smelliphant
mouth?
too many times, you can attract a smelliphant. And once there's a smelliphant in the room, I mean, that's a metaphor waiting to happen, isn't it? The smelliphant in the room. When there's a smell and you don't know what's caused it, or you think you do know what's caused it, and you're all looking around, it's because of the smelliphant in the room.
That's wonderful. I mean, it's. I would argue a smelliphant in the room is better than an elephant. An elephant in the room, which people say is something that they won't talk about, even though they know it's there. But a smelliphant in the room, you can definitely smell it, and there's no denying that you can smell it.
I've always wondered why you wouldn't talk about the elephant in the room. It seems it's an unusual thing not to remark on.
Yeah, part of me wonders if it comes from like a day, maybe a sort of ancient time when elephants were stealthy kind of ninja warriors, and you didn't want to let them down by pointing out that you could see them because they trained so hard.
So they've got a little black eye mask on, but are otherwise very clearly sitting underneath your sofa.
That's it.
As your
That's it.
head is pressed to the ceiling. Don't say it. He's tried so hard.
Well, you don't want a crying elephant. I imagine that elephants cry a lot because they're quite big, so you want to keep them happy. Also, an angry or sad elephant would be much worse than a quiet, sitting still elephant, I think.
Yeah, is it an angry elephant or a sad elephant? Which would you rather have in a room? Probably a sad elephant, but then that makes me feel very unhappy.
It does. Yeah, it does. I don't want to upset an elephant. An elephant never forgets, so then an elephant will always know that you were the person that made them sad and ruined their day.
So maybe we are better off with smelliphants. But
Yes.
I will not be saying that word. Smelliphant, strictly forbidden.
Yes, well, thank you for not saying it. I should also point out that there is, listeners probably should realise that a smelliphant will create a smell that is equal to its size, and smelliphants are massive, so
That's
they're really
that's
very
simple
important.
science.
Yes, simple, actual science from a doctor, no less. I'm not sure what kind of doctor, but
Not that kind of
but from
doctor.
not that kind of doctor. Yeah, well, thank you. Well,
And the
that's
doctor of otherology. Whatever you say, it's not that.
wow, that's good. I mean, that gets you out of a lot of trouble, especially if you were on a flight and somebody was in trouble and they say, "Is there a doctor on the plane?" You could say, "I am, but not of that," and then you don't have to do anything.
It was an unfortunate case where Dr. Schrodinger was asked that and was unable to tell whether they were on the plane or not.
so many. What you're highlighting is how many useless doctors there are out there. Which, or I say useless, just very helpful in ways that you don't.
Yeah, it's a
That no
matter
one
of matching
needs.
the right doctor to the right occasion.
I agree. That's right.
Doctor of engineering, don't show them your poorly foot.
Well, unless they can construct a really great shoe for you, or
Fair
or a
point, well
small
made.
building around it. Yeah, it can sort of build a shopping centre around your foot, and then no one would hurt it.
Doctor of archaeology, not architecture, all sorts of doctors. Hang on.
Oh yes. Oh, you said archaeology. Oh, sorry. I thought you said for some reason I thought you said Doctor of Architecture.
Engineering, but I'm none of those sorts of doctors.
No. A Doctor of Archaeology could dig a small hole and you could put your foot in it.
I feel like we have dug a small hole
Yeah, we have.
and
Yeah,
indeed
okay.
put our
Yes,
foot in it.
yes. You're right. You're right. Well, listen. Well, thank you for not saying Smellifant. That's what I meant to say, and I meant to say thank you for not saying Smellifant. And I, of course, also wouldn't say Smellifant, and I very much appreciate that. Thank you.
Right. Smell of free zone now and forever.
Yes, absolutely. And if you can smell the Smellifant, please in the room, please don't mention it. It would just upset it. So the other admin question I have to ask you, Andrew, is this is very important, actually, that you answer this and you take this seriously. Would you rather you had to build a new home out of twigs every spring, or 12 times a year that you'd shed your skin like a snake?
I would love to do the skin shedding. I mean, it's. I thought the point of these questions was to often be a sort of a tricky choice between two slightly opposing things. But no, on the first of every month, I shall emerge reborn, glowing and tender, with presenting a fresh new face to the world. Thank you.
Wow. I didn't know you'd take that, because is it... Oh, well, do you know, actually, now that you made me think about it, I in my head, shedding skin would be quite uncomfortable. You've got to kind of wriggle out of it. It seems like a hassle. But then I think about it, everyone loves picking scabs, don't they? So would it be a bit like that?
Yeah, or the pleasure of taking off a pair of rather tight shoes at the end of a long day.
Yeah. There is the thing you'd have to think about is towards the end of the month, though, how saggy you'd look, like a big saggy bag of skin, right? Until you could wriggle out of it.
You're lucky this is in sound only. It has been remarked.
But then everyone would say, "Don't you look well?" at the beginning of every month.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like to view hair as a four-dimensional object, which is why I shave regularly, and I have a little beard, and then I just grow more and more hair, and then eventually I get to take it off again, and it's a four-dimensional hairstyle. You can appreciate it in time as well as in length, breadth, and depth.
Hang on, I just have to check here. Now that you're talking about time and appreciate it, is that the kind of doctor you are?
Sadly, no. It might have been, but nepotism.
Okay. That's fair. I just had to check. I had to check. Yeah. So hair. Okay. So you go for the skin. What would you do with your old skin?
I would fill it up with helium. And I would string them around the outside of my house as a series of decoys.
Oh no! Wow. I mean, that is wow. I can't stop imagining that, and it is what a sight! What a sight to just have many, and you'd have been doing it for years now. There'd be hundreds and hundreds of helium-filled Andrew Barnett Jones skins.
Busy.
Yeah. I mean, why are there snipers? What have you done?
I don't know. At first, I thought I was solving a problem, but now I think I may simply be contributing to the economy.
Yeah, I think you are. Yeah, there's so many questions, and I can't help but all feel that all of it comes back to you being a doctor that we can't quite pin down.
They've tried.
What kind of doctor you are now, and now you've got snipers shooting helium-filled skin sacks of you from your crikey. what difficult times and exciting times we live in. But yeah, you chose that so easily. I'm very impressed.
Thank you. It was a clear choice, I think.
Yes.
I wouldn't be averse to building a house out of sticks every year, but maybe it was a choice of two treats you were offering.
Yes, yeah, it's true. And also, I think that's harder work. I mean, only once a year, but it's harder work than, like you say, shedding skin and feeling all nice and new. So, yeah, I don't know. I just also, it's really hard finding the right size twigs. There's not a twig shop, you know.
But they have branches everywhere.
Oh, very good. Well, listen, Andrew, thank you. You've taken both those admin questions, so you dealt with them very well, almost too well. Actually, I'm slightly worried that, about your helium-filled.
That's all we got time for today, folks.
That's yeah, that's it. But well, look, no, we've got this question. We've had this question sent in, right? And I need a doctor of your mate. Or maybe you're not the doctor for this. I don't know. We'll find out if you're the doctor that can deal with this. But I'll read it out to you in one block because it's a question followed by a little bit of information. So this they say. Why don't they make a mint that makes your poo smell nice? Hello, I'm Joss the boss, and I'm posing this question. It would be so good going to the bathroom and not smelling your brother's curry mashup, and make sure the mint actually tastes good. So that's Joss the boss there. I don't know if Joss is your boss, Andrew.
I think presumably everyone's boss. It was I'm Joss the boss, not I'm Joss a boss.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, the boss of everyone.
Yeah, brackets world boss.
So are we getting paid for answering? Is just going to be sending us a paycheck for answering this question?
I hope so. I think it probably depends on how good the answer is.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And actually, I'm not entirely sure what our working hours are, so we might be doing this out of hours.
Yeah, but I'm going to sort of grease things in advance by going, what an excellent question.
Very smart.
What a wonderfully insightful and clever question that our boss has asked. And it is a true sign of their ability to rule over us all, that they have the insight and wisdom to come up with this masterly question.
We are very lucky to have a boss like Joss.
That should be worth a bob or two.
Yeah, that's hopefully you'll get a promotion to what's above a doctor? Professor?
Yes.
Yes. So you'll be a professor of nothing in particular, everything except that. Hopefully very soon. But Joss has posed this question, and I mean Joss has also been very specific that she does not want to go to the bathroom and smell. She says smelling your brother's curry mashup. She means her brother's.
Well, she means your brothers, or possibly
my brother's. Yeah, that makes sense actually. That makes sense. He is really stinky.
But what's he been doing around at Joss's house? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, more concerningly, he's just come in and used the toilet. And then, but it's like we said earlier, anything can be a toilet if you.
So once I decide it is.
So he's decided Joss's house is his toilet, which is I should really have words with him about, but
very definitely.
You know. Yeah. So to not smell my brother's, but I suppose it would be to make everybody's poo smell nice and minty. I mean, why don't they make that mint, Andrew?
I don't know. I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea. Because there is a minty paste that you can put in your mouth to make your mouth smell fresh, and that's toothpaste. So why isn't there a minty paste you can brush your bum with?
Oh no! So hang on.
Bum paste.
I
know that's not the question.
Yes. Well, this is the thing: is I thought that Joss was referring to like a mint that you would eat, and then it makes your pee. But you're referring to bum paste, which is a very different thing.
I know. I realise as I say, like, I'm not. I'm not that sort of doctor. So obviously, the obvious solution is bum paste,
right?
Which is a minty paste that you can brush your crevice with. But bum or butt, whichever
Yes,
you choose to call
yes.
it, and it's a big butt. Uh, why why that doesn't work is because then you've got to sit down afterwards and squidge everywhere. So this is improving on that
Yes.
by suggesting it's something which is going to pass through your system and come out minty at the other end.
Yes, yes. Well, it's also, and I don't really want to describe this for listeners, but there are sort of minty shower gels out there, and my experience of using every single one of them is you go, oh, a lovely minty shower gel. Everything feels all like tingly and horrible, and it's not very nice.
Yes, yeah, and then they boast about how many mint leaves there are in the pack. This packet contains 30,000 mint leaves. And you go,
Yeah,
could it maybe contain five next time?
yeah, just one small one because
Not
but
burn
this is
my
what
eyes
bum
out.
paste. That's it. Everything stings, and what I'm thinking is minty bum paste would be the most horrible experience.
Yeah. I had an ad called that, funnily enough.
Minty bum paste.
Good old minty bump.
That's a lovely name. That's I can imagine her now. I bet she make lovely cakes.
But strangely, no one would eat them. I don't
I
understand.
know. I don't know what really burned the eyes. But did it make their did it make their poo smell nice when they ate them? You never know now.
No,
So
no, it's lost to time. But if one could get that sort of recipe, so now I presume, and it's never worth presuming, of course. But are we looking at something that goes in minty, travels through the body minty, and comes out minty?
yes,
Or
yes, that's
is it
that.
something that tastes of something else and on the way through transforms into something which is minty? Because Joss has a very important footnote, which is make sure the mint actually tastes good.
Oh yes, I see.
Now, I think
Okay,
things
yes.
do change their taste on the way through the body. I'm guessing. I'm not that sort of doctor. But my feeling is I eat a delicious bowl of cereal, it comes out as a poo poo. I am assuming that that does not taste as nice as the cereal tasted. So the taste has changed on its journey through my body. So if I eat something minty and it travels through my body and the same magical alchemical process occurs and it comes out as a poo poo, then I am thinking it probably doesn't taste of mint.
Oh, that's
So
interesting.
either we need to crack that code and work out what it is that when you go in undergoes that strange process and comes out tasting of mint to provide the fresh minty smell that we want. Or is this similar to the shower gel? The notion that actually what you need is something with 300,000 mint leaves in, the epitome of mint,
Wow.
the mint essence of mint itself, so that by the time it's gone through the body and lots of it has been filtered out, there's still enough remaining to smell minty.
Wow. Wow. I mean, it would be useful for you. You could have some sort of orange that, but inside the orange is 6,000 mint leaves, and then your body takes in the orange, but as it passes through the system, it breaks down until what comes out the other end is pure mint.
Yeah, and of course you'd be allowed to eat that under my diet regulations because it would be an orange.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it would be a slow release mint bomb in the making.
Yes. Yes. That's very interesting. That's a very interesting point. I mean, yeah, because it's. I mean, I do want to just bring up. You earlier mentioned obviously if you eat a tasty cereal when it comes out the other end, it's not like a tasty cereal. But not many people have really checked.
I'm just going to say probably not.
Yes, yeah. I just
Because
wanted
if you
to.
say the words, it is not, you're confirming something about yourself that you may not wish to give away.
Yes, yes. That was what I was just a bit worried about that. But I assumed too, based on the smell and the texture, that it would not be like a tasty cereal.
Now I'm slightly worried we've left a question mark hanging there.
Yes, we have. Yes,
Don't do
yes.
it, kids. It can't be done. Not that sort of Dr. TM.
Yes, yes, very, very good point. Yes, avoid checking if your poo tastes of cereal. However, I mean, but then you've got the worry of, I mean, maybe this is why They haven't made a mint. I'm not really sure who they are, but they haven't made a mint because if your poo smelt really nice, would that mean people go, that smells so minty, I'll give it a lick?
Is that the reason why poo smells of poo?
Yes, you don't eat it.
Food technologists around the world have made sure that whatever goes in at one end, however nice it smells there, must not smell nice on the other end to avoid any horrible temptation.
I feel like that could be the reason because imagine if poo smelt of fresh bread and it looks like a croissant, and then suddenly you're in all sorts of trouble.
Yes.
I mean, it's this sort of research that Just the Boss is paying us for. So
Absolutely, and it's why we're happy in our work.
yes, absolutely. And I also have to say to Joss, I'm really sorry that my brother uses your toilet for his curry mashup. I don't know why he's doing that, and I will.
Yeah, but I do want to ask: is that curry and mash? Because normally, I say normal, what's normal in this world? I look around and I don't know anymore. But surely curry and rice feels like a sort of a staple diet, and curry mash is just that's going to be extra sloppy. You can mix it all in together. It's already brown before it begins.
Yeah. Well, I suppose then you're doing the work for the poo, aren't you? You're not having to. Maybe your body sees it as quite I mean, maybe you should look into this as a new diet. Maybe curry mash, it's good for you because your body doesn't have to do anything with it. It just goes straight through.
Again, if you call it a diet, your brain will be fooled for a certain length of time.
Yes, exactly.
And I imagine if you ate enough curry quickly enough, you would lose weight.
Yes, that's true. If you constantly ate curry mash, I'm pretty sure you would poo your own body weight out within a small amount of time. It's definitely something to think about, even if you are not that kind of doctor. Yeah. Well, listen, thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much for your expertise. Thank you so much for coming on the show, despite you being very busy with promoting your new orangey healthy diet. I do have to ask, what have you got coming up in the next 3 weeks, 4 days, and 12 hours? Is it more sort of not doctoring?
No, I'm going to focus on growing my skin.
Right.
Because in 4 weeks' time, I get to shed it, and so I want to make sure it is as heavy and gnarly as possible, so that the joy of release as I break forth is at its absolute apex.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I look forward to. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna drive past where you live just to see all those floating helium-filled Andrew Barnett Joneses, and that's what I really can't wait to see them get shot out of the air by a bunch of very suspicious snipers.
Yeah, they'll be waving at you. I mean, it's nothing personal. It's just that there's a breeze.
It's lovely. Honestly, I think people will talk about it. It'll be the new tourist attraction, which won't be the sort of attention you'll want considering the snipers, but I think it'll be really something to behold.
Oh, yes.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show, and hopefully we'll speak to you again soon.
Absolute pleasure. Take care.
Thanks so much to Andrew Barnett Jones for having time to come on the show and answer Joss the Boss's question about mints to make your poo fresh. Joss, as our boss, I do hope you'll pay us for answering that question very soon. And if you have any complaints, I guess you have to call us in for an assessment or a review or whatever they say in jobs. HR? Should someone tell HR? What does HR stand for anyway? Hippo remains? Horrible Ronald? I'm really not sure. What I do know, though, is that if you have a question that you need to have answered, please get your nearest snorty dumpling, grown-up, to help you email me at podcast@comedyclub4kids.co.uk. You can also review the show on Apple Podcasts or reply on the Spotify Q&A for each and every episode too. Yes, you can. And as you can hear, listeners, I'm in Swampalooza, the swampiest place this side of Swindon, which actually, you're thinking Swindon's not a swamp. Well, actually, it stands for Swampy Indon, and they just join the names together. But there are absolutely loads of frogs here, so let me learn some things about frogs. Hey, frog, are you a happy frog? Oh, wow, I guess you are. And you sound just like Zai's impression. That's amazing. Okay, Frog, what about if I poke you in the eye? How do you sound then? Are you angry now? Ooh. And what about if I show you a picture of a frog on a really dry day on my phone? Does that make you sad? Really sad? What about if I really annoy you by making this noise? Are you annoyed? Was that an annoying noise? Wait, what? That was a yak noise. Hang on a second. Are you all just yaks in disguise as frogs? No, bye!
You have been listening to Comedy Club for Kids presents. Radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense, radio nonsense. It's the end.